Good people, what's going on? Happy Monday to everyone out there in YouTube land. We are broadcasting also live on Twitch. Give me 1 second. I still got that little slight video delay. I tried my best to fix it today. I couldn't figure it out. But let me get to it. Do it. All right, it says eCam is accessing your screen and has access to your screen system, audio, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. My bad, good people. Listen, you know how things pop up all of a sudden. You be trying to read them because you're like, I don't want it to, be no delay. But it is what it. I think I must have hit my camera today. Let me see if I can fix it. Is that it? All right, that's it. All right, I'm back center. All right, good people. What's going on? It's your boy Gaming Dad. Happy Monday to everyone out there. Oh, but listen, the comments is coming in today. I'm so glad. Listen, before we get started, I'm gonna scroll back up, get everybody. Geeky was first in the chat. Shout out to Geeky. And I'll get my roll on. I got quite a few people on the wheel already. And we'll take it from there. Couple quick things. Listen, my father is having heart surgery tomorrow morning at 7:15 a.m. If you up and about and you believe, in Jesus Christ and you believe in God, if you wouldn't mind saying a little small prayer for my father. I just got really I'm getting on kind of late. I just got off the phone with him. Um, my father is, let's see, what year is this here? The 2025. So my father is 75. You go over. You know what? I've been getting this random text message. I don't want to personal loan application. What is that? However, get back to what I was talking about. So yeah, my dad is having surgery tomorrow, man. You can say a small prayer, it'd be great. I will pray for him again this evening. I would not pray for him, at multiple times. You know what? And tonight I think it's my father's first time openly hearing me pray for him. And I thought about, like, man, that was a first. Like, all my life, I've never just sat and just prayed with my father. That's crazy, right? Crazy. But it happened today. Even though my father's way in Detroit and I'm way down here in Georgia. But I know you didn't come on the stream to hear about all of that. That was just a brief cap of my day tomorrow. I wish I could be there. But to my school days today was very, very interesting. If you I started at a new school this year. And man, I had this female in my classroom. Well, you know what? And she a fighter. She's a she is a fighter, boy. She was about to fight today. And but you know what? It's certain things you just can't do on the school level anymore. And I pray that any other kid that may come across this video hears this message. Never say that you're gonna kill someone. Don't do that in a school setting. Just choose some other words. Just don't choose that because that's called terroristic threats. And you don't want that. They kick you out of school for those things. So, and that kid, I just got to pray for him, This generation just don't listen. So, besides that, the direct was the direct. And to me, like, I enjoyed the direct and I gave it a pretty high score. I gave it a B. I gave it a solid B. My issue with the direct wasn't even like the stuff that happened afterwards, like these high prices for these things. My issue was like, where's these other games? Where's these rumored games that I'm not letting people off the hook of, like, and if I'm correct, man, I believe Nathan Haight saying, some form of Microsoft product was coming, and had no kind of inkling of any of these Microsoft products, like nothing, not even a clip of Indiana Jones, nothing. So to me it was like this direct was more about like, man, they had some good stuff there, but what was missing? And then we're gonna talk about Final Fantasy VII being $40. Listen, where my sound effects at? Square Enix, man. You get it. In this era, even if you're gonna have a game key card, it just can't be $70 on an old game. Like they recognize, like, hey, listen, man, we can't do this to the consumer base. You know what? Listen, I'm more likely to buy that game on a game key card now because now on top of that they offer more stuff with it. So $40, okay, buddy, you got me. I'm gonna pre-order you, even though you're a game key card, and I'm against game key cards. But you know what? You're gonna get the pre-order for $40. So we're gonna get into that. Let me go ahead and get into some of the comments already. Let's see. We got Geeky in the building. We got Moet, our winner from last week. What's going on? Tormentor 20 says, "Sup, gaming dad." Megan's in the building. Say hello. Well, I just got this feeling. Somebody got multiple accounts. I'm just gonna say nothing though. You here tonight? We're gonna treat you as such. Steve M says the Bears still suck. You know what? Listen, man. I'm glad they got that whipping. The Bears needed that whipping. Because Ben Johnson could have went to anybody else. You gonna go to our rivals? You gonna go next door? You gonna go right down the road? You gonna go like not even 5 hours away to Chicago? Oh no, you need to take that L. You how Doc Trey said, oh, you gotta have that seat. You gotta have that seat. So shout out to my Lions and my Michigan Wolverines, both putting over 50 points on their opponents. Let's go. Football season in full effect. Jay Biggs in the building. What's going on, sir? Jay Biggs, are you a Giants fan or a Jets fan? Great question. Quake311 says, Direct gets a C. When the big games revealed is C tier Fire Emblem, you get a C. Quake came it out like pow, 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 pow. To Yoshi, C+/B-. I thought I like Yoshi was like, okay, all right. Any new 3D Mario announcement would have been instant A rating. Yeah, you're right. I was to me that's what the direct was like. Okay, the things that are just flat out missing. You gonna tell me that in the first year of your system's law, your first 6 months, there is no official announcement of a new Mario? Even with they could have very well, even with Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Double pack, love it. Wish to me, it should have been 60 instead of 70. However, I bought it. Yeah, I know. However, they could have still said, hey, this is a snippet. They should have gave them something. Even if the game was like, you know what, a year off. They should have gave them something. That's all I'm saying. And so, with the announcement of Galaxy 1 and 2 right now, knowing that the movie is out in a little over 6 months, they're going to ride Galaxy all the way to the bank. All the way to the bank. And then probably Christmas we'll get that new Mario game. But, man, this direct was about what was missing. We finished reading Craig's. He says, even Animal Crossing, and that ain't me. Yeah, I'm assuming Animal Crossing got to be big next year. I think Animal Crossing comes out in that first direct of the year. But you have to admit, though, I mean, this is the one thing I did give Nintendo a plus on, is that the rest of this year is pretty stacked. You gotta believe like there's something legit to buy. I mean, every month. October, boy, you listen. You got Mario. You got Pokemon. November, you got Kirby. You have Zelda. December, you got Metroid Prime 4. You got like games wise. I think we straight. January, you get Final Fantasy. February, you get Resident Evil. I mean, you can't complain about what's ahead of us. Ricardo says rating C. I expected much more from the direct. I did too, Ricardo. I did too, man. I was like, man, I just knew we were gonna get some other heavy hitter third party. I mean, like, I was like, okay, I had that feeling like I used to have when I thought, okay, I just know Hollow Knight is coming. I used to get that feeling like, okay, this is the direct. This Hollow Knight is coming. And no Hollow Knight. So I just knew Red Dead was gonna be there. I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Red Dead 2, let's go. No Red Dead 2, no Microsoft, nothing. Um I was kind of, yeah, I was just like, I was really, really disappointed. Like, not really disappointed. I was just like, man, where's these third party games at? I was just hoping they was like, we're gonna end with Halo. You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what? I got a question this off script. And, and I've been thinking about this the last couple of days, man. Where's Panic Button? Where is Panic Button? And where is those games? What games is Panic Button working on? Doc Trey, man, you watch this video, you probably don't. But just in case, if you just happen to glance by this here and you hear your name, but I need you to investigate that. I need to know, where is Panic Button? Steve says, I'm actually looking forward to the new Fire Emblem game. It looked fire. It did. I'm not even a Fire Emblem guy, but I was like, ooh. The first person I thought about was Guerrilla Tactics. I was like, okay, see, this is his game. This is the game he's gonna be waiting to purchase. He got him one. uh, so in the chat, listen, I'm gonna eventually get to it. Put in the chat your favorite game of the direct. And I think probably my favorite game of the direct probably was, oh man, I think I'm leaning towards Resident Evil because I just I kind of felt like that game was not coming. I was like, Resident Evil Requiem is not coming. As much as everybody was like, it's coming, it's coming. I was like, and I was like, oh, it is. Oh, it'll look good. I said, oh, hmm. All right. All right, that's how you do it, Capcom. Let's see. Quay says, I don't count Mario sports games. Those drop off heavily in quantity unless it's cart. Even then, I haven't gone back to it since June. Ooh, Mario Kart is still fun though. I still play it from time to time. I'm just right now. I'm just on this Hollow Knight. Um, let's see. I wanted to say something off of this. Had a little brain fart. Mario Tennis though look good though. Listen. I wasn't a big Aces fan. So I was like, I bought it for my kids. I said, yeah, I might just buy this one here. To me, they had some elements in it that I wouldn't mind delving into. CMG in the building. What's going on, sir? The hater Gritter Tactics in the building. Dion, what's going on, man? Listen, I got to get down to the chat. I know y'all in the chat. Matter of fact, Pharaoh James. One of my kids from my classroom then popped on my stream. What's going on, Mr. James? Why wasn't you at school today? And you missed it today, buddy. Today was an eventful day. I will tell you. It was over. Pharaoh, man, listen, man, you came into the chat, man. I got you on the board. I had to show the board list you in a minute. CMG is in the building. I'm trying to get all these names caught up. I got CMG. I got Guerrilla Tactics. Chung Cheetah King. Hang with the Guerrilla. Guerrilla Tactics. All right, say who else? Dion on the board. Dion on the board. Quick. Guerrilla 2. Got you. So who else? I think I got everybody. I can keep scrolling down. Let's keep reading. This is Steve says the Yoshi and the Poca Pula game looks interesting, but probably not going to be my thing. Virtual Boy NSO is wild, but the cost of that plastic stand is even wilder. I know, man. I was like, okay, you know what? I was like, when I first saw that, and you know what, you kind of in your mind start to figure out, like, you know, what I'm gonna pay for. I was like, God, man, this probably about like 16. This is probably like $70, $80. I gave it 70, 80. And I saw 100. I said, man, that's a lot, man. That's that is a lot. I was like, oh man, I gotta, I don't know, man. Because you know the Virtual Boy, you know, that's just of my youth, so it interests me a lot, and I probably will end up picking it up. But I was like, dang, I wasn't expecting $100, man. Come on, man. What you doing, Nintendo? It's a piece of plastic. I need somebody to I need somebody to 3D print me one of them bad boys. That's what I need. And let me buy the cardboard box with the lenses in it and just take them lenses out and put it into the car and put it into the 3D printed model. That's what I need. Let's see. Jay Big says the direct for me was a A+. Ooh, I got a Galaxy bundle. Release date for Prime, age of imprisonment, plus confirmation of Resident Evil 7, Village, and Requiem come to Switch. I got what I wanted. Hey, listen, those are my specials. Those are the things from the direct. I was just like, oh yeah, that's yep, yes, I buy. This and my pocket just started saying dwindling because all them games are getting picked up. All them games are getting pre-ordered. Every last one of them. Now Village, you know what? Even though I don't need to have Village right away, but 7, oh man, 7 was so good, and I wouldn't mind. It has to run good. 7, I mean, Requiem was like, you know, it looked real good to be on the Switch, but 7, I'm definitely picking up 7. Irish fan 71 in the building. What's going on, sir? Get you on the board. Why I see you popping up. I'm so glad I got the other screen up. So I can see y'all coming in. Irish fan 71. Hey, did Notre Dame win this weekend? Quag says Panic Button is probably doing the ooh. I hope so. I hope Panic Button is making that port. That would be dope. Steve says $20 DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza is disappointing. Also, where is the free DLC for Mario Kart? Yeah, you're right. I don't know if we get any free DLC, man. I don't think we get any. Jay Big says I also might check out Mortal. Oh, listen, Mortal Kombat Collections is day one. Hades 2, day one for me. Matter of fact, Hades 2 was in about 10 days. Quay says Lions gave their old offensive coordinator a thrashing. Ooh, listen, that game was so fun to watch. That game was so fun. Yeah, they gave him a thrashing. They made the Bears look real. They embarrassed the Bears. I hope they don't come back to haunt us because you know eventually we got to go to the Soldier Field. But I'm glad that I'm glad we're at least 1-1 and not 0-2. Pharaoh James, say whole name, the whole government name on the internet. Jay Big says I am a Giants fan, but I like the Jets. Like how I am a Yankees fan, but I like the Mets. That's how I am when it comes to Michigan State. You know what? Listen. I am a Michigan guy, and I root for Michigan State as long as they're not playing Michigan. When they play for Michigan, I pick my sides. I'm go blue all day. But if Michigan State is playing anybody else, I'm cheering them on. Deion's in the building. The hater says direct was an F. See Discord for reasoning. Can't type it out again right now. Even with Fire Emblem, it's an F. God almighty. Steve says, at least Australian Animal Crossing is coming. It is too. Oh man, COG in the building, man. COG said Direct was a thief to me. Don't forget, good people, if you're on YouTube, man, if you've seen the show, man, go ahead and get your vote on right now. Let's see. Let me try to see where we're at. Right now, 46% of you guys gave the Direct a C. I gave it a B. 31% gave it a B. 15% gave it an A. 8% gave it an F. We know who that 8% is. Girl attack. I want I want to someone else. Oh, you went to someone else. I'm assuming that's who you said went. I am doing good, Farrell. Had a very wonderful day today. It was very, very interesting. That's all I can say. Very interesting. JB says, how much Mario Kart can people play? It is a game you play away for a few months, jump back into it for a few minutes, and keep it moving. It is not an everyday game. It all depends. Like the Mario Kart 8, I think my kids played it all the time because they was always trying to, saying get to that next level, and I think I don't know if those elements is in Mario Kart World. I've explored it, but I think they need them kind of like RPG elements to kind of get people to play it a lot more. Irish fan said he once said, sure would like to see Halo Master Chief Collection on Switch 2. Stop complaining about Nintendo pricing. Want lower prices? Stop paying. I can't argue with that sentiment. I can't. You're right. Like we become the problem. Like if you don't like it, don't pay for it. That's. I was like, hey, you know what? I want Galaxy and Galaxy 2 together on my Switch. I want it on the cartridge. So I bought it. I paid the $70, even though I was like, man, okay. At the end of the day, it's like, what's $10 more? I know $10 is a lot, but however, if you like the games, like I like Mario games. They are collectors, and I picked them up, no problem. Steve says Atlas could learn something from Square Enix. Make Persona 3 Reloaded $40 since it's just a key card and doesn't even have the DLC included. Yep. Listen, you right, Steve. I hope that Final Fantasy does extremely well. I hope it does extremely well, and I think a lot of people can probably jump on and make that kind of purchase. Because I'm definitely going to support that, at all the way through. Because man, $40, okay, that's my cup of tea right there. If you had an old game that you're putting on the system, man, and if you're charging $70, at like Elden Ring, like man, I see no reason to put that game on. I see no reason to give money back to that game if it run like trash. Now, I've seen other videos recently where it started to run better, but still, it's a game key card, $70. No, no. Borderlands 4 don't run that great. From what I'm hearing, not running great on a lot of different systems, but I'm not giving you $70. Nope, I'll catch you on sale, buddy. I order that. Nope, catch you on sale. I don't need Elden Ring right now at this particular time. I don't need it right away. I'm like, nope, I catch you on sale. See you later. So Panic Button is probably doing Doom Dark Ages Switch 2 port. I'll be more interested in a clear, obscure appearance. Yes. You know what? I still think we got some opportunities for hope between now and the end of the year. Because we still got the Game Awards. You got Tokyo Game Show that is in about 10 days, I think. So you got some things that, this might pop out of there. But man, I was really, really hoping to see Halo or something, Gears or something on the Switch 2 sooner than later. The Irish fan 71 said, prices are high. Number one, tariffs. Two, people keep paying the money. So Nintendo, as a business, is not wrong. Want to change it? Say no. You're right. You're right. Once as consumers, we said, you know what, man? Listen, I'm not paying for that. And they take an L on it. Things will go on sale, and we'll eventually get what we need. But our desire and our thirst to have things right now kind of pushes it back. J Big says if that Virtual Boy thing was free, I would still want it. I hated that. I said still. I'm assuming still wouldn't want it. So I hated that thing when it was out, and nothing would make me want to ever play that thing again. Oh man. Oh, he said um, Notre Dame lost, huh? Man, don't worry, man. Listen, a lot of teams is losing games this year. Quag says I can't root for Sparty. Nope, go blue. That's right. I can root for them as long as they ain't playing for me. As long as they ain't playing Michigan, I can root for Sparty. But when they play against Michigan, it's on and popping. This is JB said I meant not to say. Okay, I got you. He said I'm not a VR fan at all. I will say okay. I'm not the biggest VR. My kids are they big VR fans. Um, Batman on the VR is really good. I mean, it's one of them things like, oh, you might want to try it if you got the space. I would say it's worth to try. You know, but I got a Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro, and I love that thing. I wish it was a tad bit lighter. I wish it was. I'm looking for a Vision Pro experience in a lighter um, apparatus because the headset is heavy. But if you put that thing on, you lay back in the chair, buddy. Listen, it's nothing like it. Oh man, nothing like it. Steve says, I am retired from amiibo collecting, but those prices still piss me off. I know, man. I know, but man, that's Samus on that motorcycle. Listen, I ain't lie to you. I bought it, and you know, and I bought it not because I am a diehard amiibo collector. I bought it because I'm a photographer and I like taking pictures of abstract things, and it just caught my attention, man. That has definitely caught my attention. I definitely picked that one up. All right, let's see. Let's keep it going. But you're right. Them prices is crazy though. There's no way Kirby Air Ride amiibos is not getting bought. No way. Two amiibos, you gonna pay $100, man? I don't care what it do. I don't care if I hit I push down and them bad boys take off and fly around my room. I'm not paying no $50. And then to even swap them, you gotta have two, right? So that's $100. Get out of here, Nintendo. Nintendo, get out of here, man. No, I'm not paying for that. I buy Nintendo stuff for their games. If I want to pay that much, you know what? It better be a Nintendo jacket. I might pay that much money for a Nintendo jacket. This is Jay Big says I think Microsoft stuff will come next year. Right now, there's too much stuff already, so it's good. Ton of space things out. Okay, space things out. Too many games, not enough time. Yeah, you listen. I guess you're right. But my thing is this though. You know what? You could either just say announce that bad boy and say it's coming out 2026. To me, an announcement would have been like super nice. It would just add it to like. The thing about it, it took us what 7 years or 8 years to get Metroid, but that one announcement was like, "Oh, buddy, it's on and popping." J Big says Nintendo, I still want my Metro Prime 2, 3, and Twilight HD. Yeah, I think them things is coming to NSO, man. Unless they put them in the pack. Now, if they put Metroid 2 and 3 into a pack, or better yet, they put Metro Prime Remastered 2 and 3 all in one pack, they're gonna sell that Joker. That Joker gonna sell. And man, they'll probably charge $70. CLG says Borderlands 4. Okay, now you talking to somebody else. It's a CMG says I want those LA Dodgers. Oh, you are talking to one another. Dub City, what's going on, sir? Let me get you on the board, man. Dub City in the building. Got you on the board, sir. Welcome from the great country of Sydney, Australia. Irish fan says, price a Virtual Boy console used, and that's $90. It's not that bad. Play almost every game that was released on it, and the games on the Virtual Boy were really good. Nostalgic is an experience, yeah. And you know what? On top of that, you know what? You gotta think about it. We paid $100, and then on top of that, if you have NSO, you're getting all those games for free. So even though they being spoon fed to us, but you get them free. You know, I'm with it. I think eventually I'll get it. I just I'm gonna have to wait, buddy. It's bad enough. Listen, I didn't have to get a phone this year, but I did. I got me a 17. I get it on Friday. Oh, Gigi said I give it a B. What's going on, Tariq? Get you on the board too. Geeky, what was your game of the show? CMG says now that Final Fantasy VII remake looks insane on the Switch too. Yeah, it would have been nice at 60 frames. I wonder why. A couple of things. I wonder why a lot of these games are not running at 60. And then I wonder why, if not 60, why not 40 instead of 30? Because you know what? They can do the 40. Why not 40? Then, it just those are the things that's like, you know what? All right, true enough, you can't give it to us at this frame per second, but give me an update a little bit later. You know what? Let me experience it. CMG says, but now I got a serious problem with the price of Mario 1 and Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I totally have an issue with that. I may have to make a video about that. Yeah, they're expensive. I'm not going, but you know what? You can't deny that they are great 90 rated games. You can't deny it. Listen, hey, when Metroid Prime Remastered came out and it was $40, we all rejoiced. We all was super happy. We all listen. Those who we was like, oh man, and it was shadow dropped. It was great. We getting these games in a couple weeks, and they bundle them together, and you know what? They give them to you for $35 a piece. They were great games. Metro Prime 1 was a GameCube classic. Yeah, they remade it. They're saying, hey, you're going to get the game. It's going to be 4K. So, I'm going back to Irish fan. What he said earlier, hey, buddy, you don't like it, don't pay for it. Speak with your wallet. But I enjoyed the games. I thought they were great games, and I'm gonna rebuy. I listen as a Nintendo loyalist. I would say that. I can't tell you how many times I rebought the original Mario Brothers. How many different systems did I buy that game on? From the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance to the DS. You know what? I rebought that game trillions of times. How many times did I rebuy Mario Brothers 60? Mario 64. 3, 4 times. So you know what? Listen, it is what it is. I think we're just in an era where our money is being pinched, and we start to see these prices, and we like, dang, what's going on? But I mean, it is what it is, man. He's COG says I am not paying $69 for those games. H no. I ain't like your boy would be paying them. I ain't gonna lie. Matter of fact, I've already pre-ordered by so Best Buy. Steve says after all the delays for Metro Prime 4, I can understand Nintendo wanting to announce games, not wanting to announce games too soon. Yeah. You know what? Let's just imagine if we would have got a broken Metro Prime 4. Now, listen, I believe this Metro Prime 4 is going to be legit. Um, and if we took a quick look at those graphics from Metroid Prime 4, I mean, it wasn't like, how can I say it, man? It wasn't like, oh my goodness. those graphics was all outstanding. It was like, you know what? I didn't like how it looked, but it's Metro. I mean, the gameplay is Metroid. I'm all about that. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Nintendo. Let me see if I can put that. When we get to talk about some other thing, I'm gonna put this up in the background. Nintendo Direct. All right, I'll come back to that in a second. I got that prepared. But let's see. CMG says, "Oh, and Metro Prime 4 Beyond is another game I want." Steve says, "The thing I really don't like about the Virtual Boy games is that you have to pay for the most expensive version of NSO to access them." Yeah, agreed. I agreed. Geeky says Pokemon Palooka. Is it Pokapua? Pokapua or Pokapuye? Oh, don't get me to say it. So Geeky, listen. So why is that game exciting? Is because it mixed Pokemon with the farming elements? Super Sonic Knuckle Tails. What's going on, sir? Let me get you on the board. Sonic Knuckles Tails. Got you on the board, my brother. All right, I'll get your second entry on in a minute. If I go ahead and type that in. Sonic 2. All right, got you. All right. Irish Fan 71 says you can buy Mario Galaxy 2 separately for $40. So if you got the 3D Mario collection, $40 is not much more one of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And it's going to be in 4K. GT says, imagine paying for a 120 hertz screen and most of your games run at 30 frames with dips. Boy, did he sit out a Scud missile. You're right. You're right. It just adds to like, it's like, man, why are we dealing with these issues? Hey, you right. Can't be mad at that comment right there, GT. Jay Big says, I just did a quick on eBay. I see people selling their crusty old used copies of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 separately for $47.99 in their dirty roach infested houses. I would rather pay $39.99 off the eShop. Shout out to Jay Biggs, man. You funny. Oh man, Sonic Knuckle says Yoshi's game looked cool. If on the Switch One, it is a maybe. Pokemon ZA by DLC. I don't know. Probably not. Is it Popcorn? Looked cool to watch, like Splatoon, but colored weapons that you have to work together. Yeah, you know what? I thought Yoshi looked pretty good as well. I'm not a big Pokemon fan, but I probably will pick up ZA. I probably will pick it up because I got some other kids that I might play with. But Mortal Kombat, this is some couple games that's coming out that what do you mean at the direct? That was at the direct beforehand, like that Marvel's beat 'em up game, Marvel's Cosmic or whatever. Oh yes, they want to pick up Mortal Kombat. I'm picking it up digitally, and I'm gonna pick up the physical copy. Double dipping, without a shadow of a doubt. I can't wait to play Mortal Kombat 2. Can't wait. And you listen, Sonic Knuckle Tails says, "Hey, Little Nightmares 3." Said I watch, but overall it's a B minus or C. For the direct, okay. That's right. It wasn't an F. That direct was not an F. I can deal with your C's. I think it would be. I don't think it was an A. Because I still think it needed a tad bit more. Um, I like I like that they they set in motion a lineup for the rest of this year you can't really be mad about. You getting two Galaxy games bundled in starting in October. You getting Pokemon. You getting Metroid in December. I'm so glad. I am so glad it didn't come out. I didn't want it to come out early. I wanted to be like, yep, December. Pick this game up. I got something that you know what that lasts me all through the holiday. So yeah, I'm definitely happy how they have set up, and then they get something to look forward to every month from October. So October, no, October, November, December, January, February, March. They already got something for you to play for the next 6 months, easy. And a banger every month. So I shout out to Nintendo, man. I don't think they that's why the direct to me was a B because of what they set up for the next 6 months. And I just wished it had more. Yes, you right, Steve. I saw your comment. I haven't got to it yet, but you absolutely right. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. J Big says, picture me in my brand new Lamborghini, top speed, over 200 miles per hour, but damn, in the New York City, the speed limit is like 25 miles an hour, and they are trying to lower it to 20 to 15. Woo. Yikes! Imagine that. Irish fan 71 says Mario 3D All Stars going for over $100 now on eBay. So that $60 was money well spent. Yeah, it's right. Listen, I still got my copy too. So I have a feeling that 70 on 1 and 2 will also be a great investment by Nintendo pays you back in time. Absolutely. Geeky says, looks like a fun little sim slash mix of Animal Crossing, Minecraft, and Pokemon. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that review. Irish Fan 71 says, I just sold my Wind Waker Wii U yesterday. Go see what they are selling for now. No other company appreciates like Nintendo. You listen, I wonder how much you made off of it, but I still have my Wii U. And one of the reasons why I kept my Wii U is because I had Wind Waker on that bad boy. Now that I don't need it anymore, I might have to put it. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep it for life. It's a okay. Boom, 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 boom. Says GT says. CMG says. Now that the game for sure, I'm battling you guys in Mortal Kombat Collection. Listen, it's on the pop. Listen, we can get into Mortal Kombat 2, buddy, because I still remember the finishing move. And I'm Scorpion all day, all night long. Get over here. All right. GT says announcing pre-order for Pokemon AZ DLC before the game is released is wild. Okay, listen, let's talk about that. Listen, he is right. I watched RGT 85's video today. Absolutely. That's crazy, man. You're gonna charge a game already, it's gonna cost $70, and then you already advertising DLC. The game haven't even dropped yet. Nah, I'm not buying that DLC. I'm not that big of a Pokemon fan. So to me, I was like, oh, this is a no-go anyway. Well, why wasn't that in the game from jump? Why are you trying to pimp? Listen, they are turning video games into the pimp industry. I don't understand. Well, what's the issue with this? But you're right, man. Steve says you got a live stream. Okay, so I just read that. Yeah. Son of Hotel says GT or Gaming Dad. Is Nintendo still doing the 100? No, they're not. Not for Switch 2. And I think they have stopped it for Switch 1. So Irish Fan 71 says so for $350 more than what I paid for it new to take care of your Nintendo stuff. I have a 3DS going for five. What? Man, I got a 3DS. I got it. $600, and now they are selling price for some of those amiibos. Oh man, listen, I got a ton of amiibos. Got to about it, boy. Oh boy. CMG says, I still remember some of those movies in Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 was such, that was my college. That was such good times, man. Steve said the voucher program is still $100, but is ending soon. Also, vouchers can only be used on Switch One games. Absolutely. Irish fan said, "Go look at prices. You will be shocked." All right, listen. Let's do that. Let me pull up eBay somewhere. Mm, 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 mm. All right, what we looking for? Let's go. Let's go. We'll go 3DS. 3DS. What? Hold on, man. Let me switch screens real quick. You gotta see this madness. All right, this is eBay. Can I zoom this in? No, I can't zoom it in. But if you can see right here, right, they got Nintendo 3DS XL and double L charger, 64 GB card, 159 to $400. No, sir. Still for $122. I mean, I don't want to sell my 3DS though. Even though, I mean, cause I want to keep it because just in case. One of the things, I might have to pass now. I mean, they still selling for good prices. Man, God, look, 129 to 285. Yeah, I y'all mind. I'm not paying on 285 no 3DS. All right, let's look at let's go to Super Mario All Stars. Super Mario 3D All Stars. Let's see what's that's trading for. $124. Listen, listen. Look, this one for $124. 494 of them things sold. Crazy. Son of Tale says someone from work informed me of something that might be worth noting about ZA. I don't know how common knowledge this is, but Pokemon Home lets you add and remove games from any modern Pokemon game. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Pokemon guy. Gigi says, was shocked to see Stardew Valley in direct. Yeah, with game share and 4-player split screen. That's crazy. I mean, not 4-player split screen, but 4-player simultaneously. That's crazy. I wonder how would that work. Pokemon ZA will allow a Pokemon to enter, but you cannot remove them. Okay. Yeah, man, this is crazy. $124, man. That is ridiculous. All right, listen. Right, I'm gonna check one more. One more. I'm interested. Let's go ahead. Nintendo Wii U. Let's see. $275. Okay, so all right, $50. That's the speed. 26. Yeah, see, that's the speed. $26. 129. 189. 275. Yikes. Now listen, you can't deny, man, that right there. Look at that Wii. Look at this Wii U here, the second from the left. They had some banging games. You had Call of Duty, Black Ops. Ninja Gaiden, Super Mario 3D World, Nintendo Land is still a classic. Mario Kart 8, you got some bangers, man. All right, I'm gonna get off of eBay. Get to the wheels of steel real quick. Let's see. Steve says, not surprising, Wii U prices gone up. Some have died due to crappy memory chips Nintendo used to use in them. Plus, there's only a few million systems out there. Yeah, that's true. I probably need to crank mines up just to to check his life, his pulse. Yeah, listen, man. 400. Listen, of that Super Mario 3D World, 3D All Star, whatever. Only 500 copies of that thing sold. That's crazy. Keep your mod. Keep in mod your 3DS. I know. Listen, I got a couple of them things too around here too. Yes, Sonic. So excited for future. Okay, got you. Sonic Knuckle Tails. All right. Check the wheel real quick, good people. Let's see if I can blow it up just a tad bit. Whoop, whoop. Just to make sure that you are on the wheel. If you're not on the wheel, just shoot me and say, hey, get me down on the wheel. But don't forget, listen, good people. We also broadcasting live on Twitch at Gaming Dad 1906. Feel free to hop over there real quick if you want to, and you can get yourself on the board twice as night. We're giving out a free Nintendo eShop card at the end of the night. And from that, I guess we'll hop over here. Let's see what stories I got saved up. You know what? I thought this was very, very interesting, and I hope all the games run very, very well. And I hope they get the update where we can jump to 60 frames per second. But the entire Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy is making its way to Switch 2. Shout out. That is straight. That is really, really good. Really, really, really good. It says, in addition to Remake Integrate coming in January, following the confirmation that Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate will launch on Switch 2 on January 22nd of 2026, Square Enix has announced, it's not a rumor, they announced that the entire remake trilogy will make its way to Nintendo console. So that is dope. Plenty of Final Fantasy. Now, I wonder to see if the next game is going to be $40. Is Rebirth going to be $40? I hope so. Now the third one in the trilogy, and they can charge a little bit more for that one, but I think Rebirth should be $40 just as well. But because for $40, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm going to pick it up. They probably charging 40 because that probably that next go around when Rebirth is launched on the system, they probably end up charging something like 50 or 60. Just because if you bought the first one, you're gonna want to play Rebirth. Hold on, good people. Had to adjust the mic. All right. Let's see. Irish fan 71 says, that sales talk was just to point out you do not lose as much as you think with Nintendo. I am not selling my 3DS. I love Kirby. Triple Deluxe and Planet Robot too. Too much. Yeah, you know what, man? That I don't think they'll ever remake Super Mario Land on 3DS, and that was great. And I have a 3DS that has the actual 3D still built into the system, and that is an experience. Like Street Fighter 3D was an experience. And those games that took advantage of 3D and did it very, very well, it was an experience. Low key, like Super Smash Brothers on the 3DS was like really, really good, really good. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. GT said, "Oh damn, I feel you on that." Oh, you talking to GT? All right. So we talked about this earlier. There's no way. I'm gonna say it again. I don't care what this thing does. I am not paying you $50 for these amiibos. And it's really only two. It's only two amiibos. I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. I wouldn't mind the Mario one coming out of the star, the Galaxy one. I said, okay, that looks dope. But I ain't like that. I've already pre-ordered that Metroid. The Metroid it has to be pre-ordered. That was a must. Look too good. A second Kirby Air Rise Direct and Amiibo announced. What else could they? What else could they say? What else about this Direct haven't we seen? I'm gonna watch the Direct because I want to see like what else are you selling us on this game? What else is gonna make this game worth me picking up? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I haven't seen enough to say, all right, I'm gonna pick this game up. I haven't seen nothing yet. I seen enough of Age of Imprisonment. I was like, yep, bye. I seen enough of Metroid, bye. But and I've seen enough to me of Pokemon to say, okay, I just might dig into this one. But that's it though. Let me know if anybody is planning on paying $50 for the amiibo. I know I'm not. All right, let's look at the currently. If you are watching on Nintendo, get your vote on. We got 16 votes. It says grade the direct. We got 12% gave it an A, 44% gave it a B, 38% gave it a C, and 6%, we know who that is, gave it an F. All right. I thought Dragon Quest Reimagined looked really, really good. I'm not a big RPG fan, but I felt like I know a lot of people who play it, and if you're a fan of it, you probably was hyped. But so I knew by I'm saying I'm assuming you say I'm not buying amiibos or I knew buy. Say I knew buy amiibos. Say again, CMG. Um, but you know what? I felt like this was a plus for the direct because I know people who like RPGs. If you like RPGs, you was happy with some of these announcements. I think the direct had a balance. It probably wasn't some of the things that we was looking forward to. And when you first heard an hour for the direct, you was like, "Oh man!" But I knew they were gonna spend some time on Mario, and they ended up spending like 15 minutes. And we haven't even talked about the movie. I wonder what you know. What I think the movie's gonna be phenomenal. I don't think why it wouldn't be, but they could have did a whole separate direct for the movie, and they didn't need to incorporate it into this direct. You say I never buy Amiibo. Okay, you never buy Amiibo. I got you. Irish fan 71 says, much love, my fellow gamers. Hope you all have a great week. I got to crash. Work comes early, my friends. She says, by the way, those amiibo will appreciate and will be worth 3 times that in 2 or 3 years. You might have a point there. I just can't see myself today buying. I'm gonna catch those bad boys on sale. I can tell you right now, them things are not gonna sell right off the bat, and I will wait for a sale. But the Samus one with the motorcycle, oh, that was a must. I was like, oh, buddy, oh yeah, absolutely. That's going on my desk somewhere in this room or at my job. One or two. It's got to get bought. Much love, Irish fan 71. Have a great evening. What's going on, Butternose? Butternox 23 in the building. Says Super Mario Galaxy 3 announcement would have been amazing. Listen, if you right, if they would have did it, remember when they did Smash Brothers? Oh man. And you know what they had did Splatoon. And so you kind of like And then at the end, they came back out. They started again with Splatoon. You was like, man, another Splatoon game. And then you seen the cross in the eyeballs, and you was like, oh, buddy, it's on the Smash Brothers. Just if they would have done that and said the next 3D Mario was gonna be another Galaxy, buddy, yes, it would have catapulted this stream. I mean that direct right to an A automatically. But a Knox in the building. Let me get you on the board, my friend. Got your board by the Knox 23 in the building on the board. Let's go. All right. UK charge Borderlands 4 debut strong ahead of Switch 2 release. Man, listen, I'm telling you, listen, I am not touching this game until I see some better performance out of it. Another game that probably will get bought on sale, Black Friday exclusive. That's the only way the only way I can see it. These are the UK charts. We're looking at the top. We'll go to top 20 in the UK. We got number one, Borderlands 4. Number two, Mario Kart World, still selling over there in the UK. Donkey Kong Bonanza is number three. EA Sports FC 25 had to have a sale. Because for 25 to still be selling like that and not and 26 is not out yet, that's tell you something. They like their soccer. Metal Gear Solid Delta. I want to pick this game up, but I think it's going to be on sale during Black Friday. And there is where I'll pick it up at. Mario Kart 8 is still in the top 10. That's crazy. I tell you, man, Mario Kart 8 was like it's still to this day a great game to play. Grand Theft Auto 5, man. Once again, you're talking about games that were rumored, and we're like, man, why this game is not on the system? Like, I don't understand that. And you know, and I look at this here, knowing what we got all these things coming up. Do we think we get another partner direct early December? I mean, not, I mean early January, later in the year. Do we get it? Do we get another direct, or do we allow Jeff Keighley to announce everything else is coming? I don't know. I mean, you just I don't know. At number 11, you got Witcher. The Witcher 3 is still selling. I tell you something, man. That is a great game. That is a great game. It was, and you know what? Even though it plays tremendously better on the Steam Deck, I mean, I had a good time playing that game on the original Switch. So I wonder, is there do anybody notice if there a Witcher 3 Nintendo Switch 2 edition? I'm gonna look that up in a minute. Oh, my buddy, listen. Supersonic Saved by Grace came in with the third entry. Listen, it's been a minute since you won one. Let me get you on the board, sir. Saved by Grace. All right, gotcha. Boom. All right, so Chronos. Okay, no, I'm missing. So you got NBA 2K26. Hey, CMG, man, what is your thoughts on NBA 2K26, man? Are you liking it? Like personally, man, I like it. I am enjoying it. I just know for sure that it looks 10 times better on the PS5. I mean, listen, 60 frames, man. When it comes to basketball, there's a clear difference between 60 frames and 30 frames. It's a clear difference. Even though I will say, NBA 2K26 plays a lot faster than 225 on the Switch. And I'm enjoying it. It's a fun experience. But still, whew, it ain't console parity. I tell you that much. All right, so we got what else we got? We got Assassin's Creed Shadow, another game that I felt like was going to get announced at this direct. They should have announced this game at the direct. This is another like it's like what where are these games come from? You know, when will we get these kind of announcements? Are they all gonna be Twitter drops? Speed Ryan, what's going on, sir? Let me get you on the board because I can do it right now, Speed Ryan. Cause if not, brother, I forget. All right, get your back. CMG says The Witcher 3. I love that game on the Switch. Yeah, man, I thought it played very, very well. CMG says I love NBA 2K26. It just the my player grinding is very grueling. Yes, it is. But you know what? Uh, I haven't even attempted to build my player, even though I need to. I really need to. But I've just been playing like I just play the regular game. I've always been like that with 2K. Like I just play the regular games. I think one year I had built me a player and was going through that, and I enjoyed the experience, man. But I was still like, all right, let me go back and I want to play with my Pistons, and that's what I've been doing. This was playing with my Pistons, and taking major L's, major L's. But it's been fun though. All right, it says it also needs more people to play, but it has all the features in the game. Is definitely knife gen for sure. Yep. Now, I wished it had a 60 frame, and that thing would be perfect. All right, let's see what other game did I miss. I was talking about Assassin's Creed. CMG is another one, man. I see that you picked up Chronos. I see you've been playing it. What's your thought on Chronos? It said, would you say Chronos is better than Resident Evil? So a good question for you, CMG. It says Super Mario Party Jamboree. Then you got Animal Crossing New Horizons, still selling at number 19. I mean at 16. Um, Another Witcher game. Nintendo Switch Sports is 18. Hardware's Legacy is 19. And then you got Resident Evil 3 rounds up your top 20 over in the UK. Shout out to Basil 24/7 YT. All right, so let's see. I own the first Hades physical edition. I'll probably will pick up the second one physical. Um, this is Best Buy has confirmed that the eagerly anticipated Hades 2, which is a time console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch 2, will contain the game on the cartridge and won't be a game key card. Yep, see, automatically another buy. Uh, let's see. Let me see if they announce that date. Okay, so if you can bear and wait, then you can get the physical edition shipped to you on the 20th of November. What's the price of it? Did you get a price on this bad boy? Another game that I will probably pre-order and buy. I just got to find out the price. Let's see if we can find a price. All right, it says Hades 2. Let's see what pops up. $50. Yikes! I wasn't expecting $50. Oh, okay. So don't get me wrong. Hades 1, super good game. Definitely a different experience. But to me, I still look at Hades as that, that double A type of game. Not quite, even maybe a single A type of game. Not quite that next level experience. But I don't know if this is better than Hollow Knight. I don't think Hades 1 to me wasn't better than Hollow Knight. Even though Hades 1 was good. It just wasn't better than Hollow Knight. So I don't know, man. See that? Listen, that's why I like Hollow Knight, man. It's $20. You can't beat that. It's an impulse buy. Boom, and it's a good game. Hey, $50, man. We'll come back to that. All right. So I think that date was November sometime. Hold on. November 20th. Get it physically. How am I thinking about that one? So many games, man. So much stuff to pay, spend your money on. I don't know. Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 to get Joy-Con 2 mouse controls. Crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I will want mouse controls on that game. Nope, I don't. Well, I get. You know what? I forgot. You know what? Yeah, that's right. You know what? They had the nunchucks. Yeah, okay, all right, I guess. But if you're looking forward to playing with mouse controls, have at it, good people. There was another story that I saw earlier about Metroid. I wonder did I save it? Mm-mm. Hold up. Warframe announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. Another game on this when this was announced on Switch 1. This was a great game to play. Super fun, man. Super fun on the Switch 1. I can only imagine what's going to be on Switch 2. Once again, it's a free to play game. Now, when does Bad Boy launch? This is free to play. So the video. I'm gonna see if we got a release date. Nope, no release date. But you know it's coming. Great free to play game. All right, let's see. CMG says not better than Resident Evil, but is a great survival horror game to play, and it's hard. Jay Big says in 2025, I don't even want Wii remote controls. Nope, mouse controls does nothing for me on any game. CMG said, I wish YouTube hurried up and come to on the Switch 2 already and Netflix. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why they're dragging their feet and what's the reason for dragging their feet. But you think that they would have enough RAM that this should be a no brainer. Maybe it's some pricing issues. Maybe Nintendo want more people playing their games instead of using it as a video consumption device. Maybe. Sonic Racing Crossworld trailer takes a shot at Mario Kart. Let's see. All right. Let's watch this together. Let's see if I can turn this up. Maybe.
We all know that kart racing game. It's great. We don't need to show it to you. But what if you can blast through and race on a whole nother level?
Oh, did y'all see
what
that?
If you could warp across different dimensions, fully customize and build out your machine, and compete head-to-head across different platforms. Or what if you want to roam around on the open road?
Oh, they are playing Mario Kart. Oh, they are playing Mario Kart. Oh man, that was funny. Butternog says no more racing games on Switch 2 unless it is for support. Again, man, right. Say all these games that like should have been legit, like released in a direct, you know what? To me, what would be dope if Microsoft just came and had a Nintendo Switch 2 direct. and made it like 10 minutes long. Like these games are all coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Just they own Microsoft Direct. That would be dope. You heard it here first. Oh, but listen, if that commercial was a straight bullet shot towards Nintendo, boy, that was funny. GT says, now that I am at home, Direct was an F. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, damn near 2-decade-old games, $70 USD, so the same price for Donkey Kong. It says, never mind that Mario Galaxy 1 was in the Nintendo All-Star Pack, where you got 3 games for 60. Now you get 2 games for 70, but they're running 4K. Oh, and there's the amiibo cost. You right. Listen, I can't be mad. But it's one of them things. It's like things are not going to change unless we do it with our wallets. And there's listen. I'm not getting those amiibos. It's not. If you bought all the amiibos, man, you might have bought yourself another system. Mind Track 3, what's going on, sir? Happy Monday to you too. He said, speaking of Donkey Kong, $20 DLC that I did not buy. So for the complete game is $90. Ooh-wee. He right. I can't listen. I can't. Nothing to argue. Nothing to argue. You are right. If you can't afford $100, then $25 for cardboard. Listen. I don't know what Nintendo is thinking, man. I just, you know what? I do not know. Oh man. It says next Virtual Boy $100 to play the worst Nintendo games ever made. he got a point on this. So I can't. You can't argue with none of those points. Can't defend Nintendo at no standpoint. He is right. At least we got Pokemon AZ pre-order DLC for the game that hasn't released yet in the wild. Was again $70 for an incomplete game or $100 for a finished game. But we got the best game of the Direct, Fire Emblem. He said they're going to screw me on the DLC prices for that game too. Worst of all, Galaxy One price, there is no $10 upgrade for Switch 2 versions like all the other games. Nintendo is playing this game where you can pay $70 for an incomplete game where the last gen was $60, and for the complete game, one way or another, they're going to get Mario Kart World money. Whoo-wee. Man, you talking about a debate that you can't really argue with. GT is absolutely right. It goes back to one of them things like, man, if you really want it, I mean, you gotta swallow it and pay for it. Is it right? Is it consumer friendly? It is not. It's nowhere. It is not consumer friendly, and I believe Nintendo is positioning themselves to really get put out of the market where people are just not looking at the system. You let another alternative come on the scene and it's cheaper, Nintendo is going to have her issues. Right now, there's no competition. And I'm all in favor of competition. You know what? You know how I feel about Madden needing competition, and I think 2K needs competition. You know what? Because if not, competition is better for the consumer. But without competition, they can rape you. And right now, I think we all can say that, hey, Nintendo, you are raping your consumers. You are really sticking it to your consumers at an unbelievable level. And you know what? I don't think you can really claim or tariffs, because you know what, there's places here in the United States that can make that piece of plastic. There's places over here if you really want to save you some money. So I don't know what they're doing, or their reasoning for this here, but yeast. Shout out to Geeky coming in with her third entry over here on Twitch. Let me get her on the board. Don't forget, good people, listen. I know we got 11 people watching, man. Hit the like button for your boy, please. Please and thank you, sir and ma'am. A Geeky Chick Twitch. All right, Geeky got you on the board. Boom. GT says, now think of this from my perspective. It's going to cost me $150 to bear at a bare minimum to per Nintendo game DLC, aka all the complete version. There is no way to be excited about anything Nintendo is showing. He is right. I could not be a Canadian. I could not live in Canada and pay those prices. I couldn't do it. I could, if I lived in Windsor, I'd be like, listen, my passport would be extra stamped because I'll be going over to the U.S. and coming back. I'm like, nope, nope, I'm on. Nope, I'm not paying. I can't. I couldn't pay. You couldn't pay them kind of prices. Oh, I see the Bucks. The Bucks beat Texas. I need the Bucks to lose too. They're playing a little too good this year. That was how did another. Mm, I thought I had another story. Okay, let me go through and look at another some of my other channels. Jay Big says, so I paid $69.99 for Donkey Kong Bonanza. There is nothing about that DLC that make me want to pay for extra when I still didn't beat the main game yet. I agree. Almost 40 hours if I got way more than my money worth. GT says third entry, using it to say RIP to Charlie Kirk. Pray for his children and his wife tonight, if you wouldn't mind. Yep, I do not mind. He was taken for wanting to reach across political lines and speak respectfully. I'm gonna say a little bit on Charlie Kirk. You know what? To me, I don't wish nothing on anybody's death. You know what? No matter if I agreed or disagreed, and I can lie to you, I disagree with quite a bit of some of his rhetoric, but some of it did make sense. Um, my immediate thought went to his children. Immediate thought went out to his children. My immediate thought went out to his, because you can't. I have children. You know what? Listen, the human inside of me says I have children, and I wouldn't want my children to see me leave the earth in that manner. No matter what I may thought, no matter if I did feel some of his thoughts was wrong, but he was a believer in Christ, and from that standpoint, I respect him, and we could all agree to disagree. I'm not saying that you had to like his views, but he was a human being. Yep, you know what? Now I've seen like social media, man, can be such a such a how can I say it, a terrible place to be at times, because sometimes people, you know what, they find ways to turn it about them, and they true enough. Yeah, there's other things that have come along in this life that did not get the attention that Charlie Kirk has gathered. However, you know what? A tragedy is a tragedy, and to say that his life was not worth more than mine or yours is not biblical at all. You know, and I don't care who gets offended. Um, I see two kids that lost a parent right before their eyes. The level of trauma will to erase that will be lifelong. That's a lifelong shift in their makeup, their DNA shifted at that moment. Imagine your babies watching you get shot in front of the world and have to have that video of your father dying, having access to that for the rest of your entire life. Anytime you go to school and you have some stupid kid who want to be a butthole to you, and share that. He human being. And I'm gonna leave it at that. If you don't like it, that's too bad. I don't care. I can back up every decision that I make right now with the Bible, and that's just like when Jesus was in the garden, he didn't play around with the devil. He gave the devil the word. I can give you the word, and if your mindset is not based upon that word, that's between you and God. You need to get your mind together. Um, there have been more horrific things on this earth. Yes, absolutely. But if I have to talk about that man at that time and those children, and you know what, my heart goes out to him, and like my heart goes out to every other child who had to witness a parent pass in front of their eyes. So I have compassion for humankind, no matter if that human didn't like some of my people, and that's true. Some of the things he spoke upon was really off base. I don't mind people speaking upon the ills of a community. Right. This is I'm gonna get off my box in a minute, but I don't have no problem with that. My issue with Charlie Kirk is that, you know what? Before you go making these comments about this community, you be a part of the solution. We didn't need people just broadcasting like these are the issues, but you don't go and you help. You don't go and you expire. You don't go and you communicate. You're not doing that standpoint, so you should really be quiet. That's always been my point. But as a man that loves God, that what I witnessed with my own eyes on YouTube was a tragedy, and I will pray absolutely for his children and his wife. There's evil in this world, and that evil does not have a color. All right, I'm gonna give for that. Says no one should die for saying what they want to if you agree with them or not. Absolutely. I absolutely. But I know this world is evil and people have agendas, and you know what, I don't celebrate his death, but you know what, absent with the body, present with the Lord. And if he was wrong, you know what, there's judgment. I'm not the judge, neither are you, according to the Bible. It is Jesus Christ. And if he did, he whatever he did in his life here on earth was wrong, then Jesus will take care of him. But I know he believed in him. So, all right. So yes, I will pray for him and his family. All right. Let's see. I had another. I hate that. I had a story to talk. Oh, this might be it. No, no. I had a story earlier that showed all the sizes Okay, this is cute. I'm not gonna lie. When I looked at it, I said I could just imagine the thing sitting here talking to me, and I thought it would be cute. But I wonder how much this thing is gonna cost. Let's see if this story reveals that. Okay, so it does not say. Anybody know the price of this thing? I thought the flower was good. I was like, all right, if if it's priced reasonably. So listen, in the chat, how much y'all think this thing is gonna be priced? Kiki says, I'm definitely buying that flower. Yeah, listen, I thought it was like, oh, you know what? I will pick this up. If it's a good price, like if it's between $30 and $40 for what they're saying is gonna do, then I might get picked up. Because I like the flower in the game. Is that Nintendo is really mixing it up nowadays with merchandise. And the next surprise product is on the way, and it's a talking flower. It's not just any talking flower, though. It's the same one based on the character from the 2023 Switch release of Super Mario Brothers Wonder. If you were a fan, and admittedly not everyone was, as of next spring, alongside the release of the Switch 2 edition, alongside the release of the Switch 2 edition, you'll be apparently be able to own your very own physical version of this flower. Here's some insight to Nintendo, blah blah blah. Okay. All right, so this comes out when the Switch 2 version of Super Mario Brothers Wonder comes out. And you know what I say? I don't understand that. You know what? So Nintendo is really trying to capitalize on the movie and the sale of their video games. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I'm. He said, "Hold on, let's say, hold on. Let's." He said, "Geeky." Let me go back to these comments. Is GT says, looks about as useful as 420p camera people. But yes, oh my goodness. Make me think Nintendo fans have a bunch of plastic junk sitting around their house. Make must be a pain to dust all that stuff. That is so funny. CMG says might be about $50. J Big says, I am sure that is $99 either way. I'm not buying it. I think $50 max. GT says, I'm guessing it'll be 60 bucks, but Nintendo should make it 40 for the 40th anniversary. I agree. Right, Gigi. Not $100. J Big says, Nintendo charged $100 for the alarm clock. I expect the same for this thing. The bad part about it, you right. This is $100 alarm clock. Oh my goodness. Alarmo did have way more functions. It did. Talking flower, $50. Yeah, I think anything over 50, Nintendo, man, listen, it even at $50, I'm like, man, you know what, you like, some of these games you got cost $50. GT says, at least Alarmo worked as a clock. This flower thing serves no purpose. It might connect to the internet, and then it might be like your new Siri. It just might be. You know what? That's crazy. But it is, I saw it. I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe. You know what? Let's see. I had man. I can't. I hate that. Okay, let me see if I can find it off another one. Because I had a story that broke down like the gigabytes of these games that's coming out for the Switch. Mm, let's see. Yoshi. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection launches 2026. You know what? I wasn't a big fan of them games, so I kind of would like to see video before I jump into that. Yeah, the purpose of a desk buddy. You know what? Listen, I would get that thing and have it on my desk in my classroom. Grid Attack. I agree. Nintendo fans like collections, a bunch of plastic junk. Good things I never fell into that rabbit hole. I know, right? J say Gen 1 Transformers are my desk buddies. Yes. You know what? Listen, on I like these little toys. I ain't lie. I like these little toys, man. You know what? You can get them off of Timu. It's on Gen 1 Transformer, like little toys, whatever. See, you can see this here. Have my boy Megatron. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just a kid at heart, man. And I'm a firm believer, man. You don't get old unless you tell yourself that you're old. Some of my friends, man, listen. This show also broadcasts on my YouTube, on my Facebook page. So some of my friends, man, I'm 50 years old. They be like, Dave, you still be playing games. I was like, yeah, yeah, I do. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to say that, but yeah, I do. I don't care. Not one bit. I said, listen, hey, my wife loved me. She don't care. If she don't care, if you care, that's too bad. So sorry. So sorry. But yeah, man, Gen 1, man. I like on YouTube, man, they've been showing a lot of clips of the original Transformers movie, probably the greatest cartoon movie of all time. Listen, I'll stand on business on that. It is nothing like watching Optimus Prime in that spaceship, and he says, Dinobots, destroy Devastator. Me, Grimlock, love challenge. Nothing like it has that movie has too many lines in that bad boy that today, man, it just either brings me great joy or great laughter or great sadness. It touched every emotion as a kid. He was like, Starscream, I still function. Wanna bet? Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get off my Gen 1 Transformers love. Something like says it does the talking flower at least move side to side? I think so. I think it talks. It's supposed to talk. So I don't know. I haven't seen it in motion. They didn't show it in motion too much during the show either. Oh, you talking to GT? Said, what in the world is a desk buddy? I'm sorry. I'm old. Sounds like an emotional support dog or something. Have you not seen Geeky's channel? Her aesthetic is this super pleasing. JB says, I will get the Super Mario theme Happy Meal toy for my desk work, but imagine if the talking flower was also an amiibo. See? Be creative. I have an Eek-like robot on my desk right now. So cute. GT, just some things to keep you company at your desk. Yeah. Yep. I agree with that. Gotta have something. All right. Let's see. All right. See. Where we at? We're at 1021. I am excited about the movie. I am excited about Virtual Boy, but I'm not excited about that price for the unit. But you know, I never bought a Virtual Boy. They had a test unit. They used to have these stores over here in the States called Babbage's. You know, it was another before Babbage's got bought out by GameStop. You know, it was first Babbage's in an electronic boutique, and then GameStop came over and they started just buying them up left and right. And they bought up Funko Land. I mean, I still love Funko Land. But I tried the unit out at Babbage's, and I was like, man, I liked it, but then it gave me a headache. I was like, oh. So I don't know why I'm super excited to give me another headache now. I just want to play the games. I never did play them all. But I agree with Irish Fan 71 is that I think that that's one of the things that you buy, you keep, and then eventually it'll probably give you some value later on. Metro Prime 4, I think this was a great release date. I didn't want it in November anyway. Once what December to me was always a good time to launch a game, especially a good popular game going into your Christmas. It didn't need to launch before Black Friday. It's gonna sell on its own, I believe, and I think it's gonna do extremely well because the game is coming on the original Switch and Switch 2. Now the question is gonna be, and what I think no one's really talking about when it comes to Metroid, is the actual Switch 1 footage. I don't see a lot of that. I don't. What do you guys think? I don't see a lot of Switch 1 um, Metroid Prime 4 footage. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. But maybe it's terrible enough to like, man, I'm gonna play the game. I might play it on the Switch too. So all right, let's see. He's, GT says, I do have something at my desk to keep me company. It's called a computer with the internet. That's what the kids are into these days. Talking to plastic objects. True, true, true. All right. I'm gonna check one other place. I swear I wanted to talk about that story. I hate that I can't find it right away. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, here it is, right here. Boop, there. Here's some of the file sizes for big upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 games. All right, so Mario Galaxy 2 and Mario Galaxy 3 combined for 6 gigabytes. It's gonna be on a 64 gigabyte card. You think this game is really gonna be on a 64 gigabyte card? I do not think so. I think Nintendo will find a way to get smaller cards to put both of them games on there. Dragon Quest 7 Remaster is gonna be only 6.8 gigabytes. So if I look at all these games, like okay, Kirby Air Riders is 25 gigs. Not sure if you didn't see. I did not see the verse of the day. Okay, woo wee. Look at Final Fantasy VII Remake. I want y'all to see this. Let me see if I can blow that up. Look at Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's read it down. 87 gigabytes. Look at Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That's crazy. That has to be the biggest Nintendo game ever. That game is almost 13 gigs bigger than Metroid Prime 4. So this kind of gives you some ideas of like, hey, you know what? 87 gigabyte download. That's crazy. I think I know what I'm gonna ask for Christmas. I'm gonna ask for a 1 terabyte card. I need that bad boy. These are big games. 44 gigabytes. How big is this game we dealing with Hyrule Warriors? Gaming Dad, I sent you pictures of my desk. Did you send it to me on Discord? Let's see can I find it real quick. All right, hold on, let me. Oh, wow, I did not know that. A Hollow Knight fan who passed away from cancer in 2019 has been honored in Silk Song as a boss fight. That, see, that is dope from a humanity standpoint. JB, where did you send it to, man? I just what myself? I'm trying to find what J Biggs. Right. This image serves to highlight everyone's wrong with modern gaming into one. DLC 1999 for Donkey Kong, but the full game of Hollow Knight, which is a great game, and I'm loving playing it, is 1999. Okay. The hater. You said on X. Okay. Let me see if can I pull it up here, or it might be on my phone. No, that's my red car certificate. I might not be able to pull it up here on my iPad. I know I can see it on my phone. Oh yeah, J Biggs with the Nintendo Switch Lite and Rodimus. No, is that Rodimus or Hot Rod? They look like Rodimus. Yeah, that's Rodimus Prime. That's got to be Rodimus. I'm gonna say that's Rodimus instead of Hot Rod. That's a good question. Are you a Hot Rod fan or are you a Rodimus Prime fan? I had Hot Rod as a toy as a kid. I didn't have Rodimus, even though I wanted Rodimus after the movie. K1 in the building. Listen, let me get K1 on the board. He said the tweet was the social thing. He said, "Damn it, Jay, I have to keep releasing your messages every time you say X, you say Twitter." Yeah, Jay's a hot ride. Yeah, hot ride with the movie colors. Yes, sir. Hold on, listen, real quick, good people. Let me while we got this wheel up. First of all, shout out to the channel's chaplain, Supersonic Saved by Grace, comes in with the verse of the day. First John chapter 4, verse 16. And it says, and so we know and rely on the love of God has for us. God is love. And whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. So I look at things from a perspective that, you know what? We have to look at our lives through the lens of God and how God perceives it. You know what? Jesus said, hey, if you follow these two commands, you are in essence following all 10 of those commands. He said, have no God above me and love thy neighbor as thyself. So I always challenge people to look at life in that manner that, you know what, you should love people with all their flaws as you will love yourself. You know what? People sometimes will rather trust themselves than trust God. And I think that's when people get into a lot of problems. You know, when you look at life from a perspective that, you know what, I look at what you've done for me, or you've done to me, or you said about me. But, you know, in those times is where we turn and we worship. We say, Lord, you know, I love you. I thank you, Lord, that you have protected me. The Bible gives you clear promises. The Bible says, matter of fact, God says, if I am for you, who dare be against you? So no matter what people say on the outside about me or people that look like me, I know who I serve, so I give God the glory. The Bible says when we are weak, we are strong in Christ. So dig into your inner strength. Remind yourself who you are in Christ. You are more than a conqueror, he said. He said you were created in his image. He loved you so much, he made you to look like him. We are heirs to the throne for those who believe in the Son. Now, if you don't believe in the Son, if you don't believe in the Holy Ghost, if you don't believe in God the Father, what that matter? I'm not talking to you. You got some things to work out, and I pray that one day that you know what you come on the right side. But if not, you know what? I mean, I pray and wish you well, and I pray that you get it together before you leave this earth, because you know what? I would hate for you to get to the gates, and he says, "Truly, truly, I tell you, I don't know you." And I pray that he look at myself. You know what? I'm not. I mean, I believe in who he is. But he said the path to heaven is real narrow. But the path to destruction is real wide, and a lot of people get on that wide highway. Life is a highway. It depends on which highway you on, buddy. I'd rather be on the highway that leads to Jesus. So thank you, my brother, for sharing that word today. It says, and so we know and rely on love. So today, in your heart of hearts, rely on love, regardless of the ignorance of the world and the ignorance that people may say and think. Rely on love. If you rely on love, then no matter what's going on in this crazy world, you will always have peace. All right. Quay 311 is back on the scene. He says, they're trying to come up with more variations of the eco dot. First alarmo, then flowery, whatever it's called. I do not want a navy Bluetooth speaker that says, hey, listen, you're late to work. Oh, man. Oh, man. K1 says, I am surprised they didn't add Mario Galaxy 2 to 3D All Stars. Yeah, you know what? I was surprised at that too. I just thought that was going to be one big, nice little bundle, but you know what? They'll find different ways to keep the team to get your money. He said you sent 2 pictures. J Big said he sent 2 pictures. Let me see if I can find the other one. Life is a highway. Oh, okay. I can sing that stupid song. I only see the one on J Biggs. I gotta find you. J Biggs. Oh man, that's one thing about Twitter. It's not always quite easy. I'll find it in a minute. Send it to my send a picture to me in Messenger on X. K1 says, "Gaming Dad, did the Lions have to slap around the Bears like that?" Jeez, y'all was playing Madden in real life. Well, you know what, Ben Johnson, you know what, he kind of brought that on himself. He could have went to any other team. He had to come and bring himself to our rivals that's 5 hours away. Shame. That's why you listen, buddy. He made this bed. He made this bed. He tried to go over create what he had here in Detroit, and He's about to find out that it's gonna be a tad bit tougher over there. You know what? He trying to ring it in. He doesn't. You know what? It's hard. I mean, This is a players' league, man. People, the Detroit Lions respond to Campbell because Campbell came in and he spoke the language of the community. And that's his issue. He should have came. He should have did his research. He should have embodied and hired people that played on that Bear championship team. The things that the Lions are doing, man, it's just like somebody came back and like, listen, we got to carefully construct the rebuilding of this team. And they did a phenomenal job. And I think, Campbell was the right guy because he was, he wasn't all flash. He was, tough, gridiron. You know what? He played for the Lions at one point in time, so he had an understanding of the city. You know what? And the city has rallied around him. And so, you know what? To build culture, you got to look at the culture that you're trying to build, and then you have to appeal to them first and then build around it. And I don't think Ben Johnson did that properly. So he's gonna get a lot of backlash. So you know what? We're gonna go to not Lambeau, but Soldier Field. Is it still Soldier Field or whatever the Chicago play at? We're gonna go to their field too and get them a whipping there too. All right. Let me get off of this here. I'm trying to think. Something went wrong. What went wrong? I figure I'm gonna cut this volume down just because I don't want them trying to tag my video because they're quick to do that. Let's see. I don't want to talk about the movie. I don't want to do that. Even though I think the movie's gonna be dope, I just don't want to talk about none of that. We talked about that. Okay, let's talk about. Let's talk about this tennis game. It's no denying, man. Like I haven't been excited ever about a Mario tennis game. I just think this one here caught my attention. I really believe that this game. I think especially because I really like Wii Sports and I really like Wii Tennis, and I think this game could be really, really good. It is three people. I wonder if you play three people at the same time. Jesus, the fact that game will be dropped in a month after purchase. Facts. You might be right, but I am still excited to. I think this is a great game to play, especially if you get people to play with. It's not a game that I would say, hey, if you by yourself that you would pick this game up, but if you had some good little people around your crib, you know what? I think this is a good game to play. I'm definitely looking forward to maybe picking this up. I think this comes out next year. I just don't know when. Now this is the part of it I kind of don't understand quite yet. Like, how this plays into the whole thing. Do you have to play games to kind of grow? I don't know. I don't know what Nintendo is trying to do with this here, but I mean, I think this could be interesting and will give the game a lot more legs than what was that soccer February 12th. See Nintendo they give you a lot of stuff to build on in these first couple months. Okay, all right. We looked at Mario. I wanna. Oh, I want to see the. I want to see the. All right, let's see if they show. I just want to see. I just want to see the flower. Is anybody looking forward to buying this Super Mario Brothers Wonders Nintendo Switch 2 edition? I'm not. I'm like, you know what? I'm not. You know, if there's an upgrade, maybe. The game looks super clean, but it looks super clean beforehand. Yeah, the only thing that makes this exciting is that to have the whole game and the DLC on a cartridge um, does have value. J Big says, "Nope, I'm good. I will replay it when it gets upgraded." Yeah. Nope, the upgrade doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, if the upgrade is like $10, but you know what? I don't see it. It doesn't say nothing that I have to have. Do you think Nintendo is playing it a little too close? They're trying to control a little too much. I just believe that. I believe that you know what? To me, if you got games to go come out, let them come out. If they're good games, they're gonna sell regardless. If you try to control and manipulate the narrative within the first year, maybe they are scared because next year might be like they're gonna need some time. You know what? Another game. Come to think about it, another game that to me is like, why didn't we get information? Why didn't we get information on Splatoon Raiders? I just thought for sure, like, okay, we're gonna get something for that. But we didn't get nothing for Splatoon Raiders. Maybe they're trying to hold off to that next one. Maybe that March direct is probably be a heavy direct too. I don't know, man. I don't know. Another good question. You know what? You do will Nintendo do a brand new Smash Brothers? Or would they do some form of Switch 2 upgrade? I think they do something like this here. K1 says, I don't play 2D Mario mini games, which this looks like its feature. Okay. I'm gonna turn the volume just a little bit.
Oh, really? Sometimes they'll talk on their own, just like that.
So it looks like it doesn't even
These
move or
talking
nothing.
flowers can make everyday life a little more fun. They're
It just got
planned
a
for
button.
release next spring. Okay, next is the last game for
A Desk Buddy. Another game that I'm looking forward to getting that we haven't talked about is Virtual Fighter. Cannot wait for Virtual Fighter. I think this Yoshi game looks good too. I like the kind of the paper kind of drawn aesthetics. Um, I think this game can be really good. So I'm looking forward to hoping that this turns out to be something really phenomenal for Nintendo. I think it kind of reminds me of what is it? Plunky Squire. I guess this gave me some Plunky Squire vibes. All right, as we're looking at Yoshi real quick, the poll question was, "Hey, grade the direct." 10% said it was an A. 52 said it was a B. That's pretty good. 29% said it was C. 10% said it was a F. Failure. And we know who the 10% is. J Big says, I DM'd you a few pictures. This was one I was looking for that I realized this is getting ridiculous. I had I had Omega Supreme, Giant Ultra Magnus, Power Master Ultimate Prime. Oh, you had Omega Supreme. I wanted that so bad as a kid. My mom could not find it. Wow, Jay Biggs. Jay, man, you the man, dog. Jay Biggs got the original Optimus Prime with the trailer. He got Rodimus Prime. Man, where is Omega? Listen, you guys show me a picture of Omega Supreme. You got pictures of Omega Supreme? Geeky says Yoshi game looks cute. Yeah, I do. I thought the Yoshi game looks a beautiful looking game. Quake, let's say Undertale mode for Flower in this world is killed or be killed. It turns into a demonic Furby. Oh man, that's funny. You know what? I'm. This game looks interesting and it looks like something I would play. I'm gonna front. My issue is that Shinobi and Undertale. I say Undertale, but Shinobi and Silk Song, it has my attention right now. So I can't even want to get into this game, but it's like something I would play because I like 2D. I like 2D platformers. But Shinobi, listen, I'm hated Shinobi came out at a time where it's in competition with Silk Song. But Shinobi, man, is good. It is good. It is good. Highly recommend Shinobi. Yeah, it's like I wanted to jump on this game. I was like, man, no, I'm gonna catch you later on the sale, buddy. I put you on my wish list. This geeky game right here. I first saw this game, I thought about was yep. I said, okay, maybe this is too much. All at my work desk. Oh man, you can find that man. You find that picture, man. You let me know. J Biggs. You got Omega Supreme. Man, listen, man, I wanted that thing so bad. I can still remember the commercial in my head as a kid. K1 said that the Yoshi game reminds me of South of Midnight with this stop motion storybook animation. Yeah, it kind of it reminds me of I give some Plunky Squire type vibes. Dukem is good. I have it on Steam, but excited to have it on Switch. Yes. It's certain games I'm like, ooh, this would be good for Geeky. Or ooh, this would be good for Greta Tactics. What this reminds me of that other game that's kind of like Splatoon, but they had like, you had like weapons and it was more than just shooting. I forgot. This is what this game reminds me of. But nope, this game, I'm gonna pass on this game too. Yeah, pop you come. Pop you come. You know what? My kids like Tamagotchi Life, and I think they will probably buy it. But I'm gonna pass on this game too. Yeah, buddy. Super size. Simon King said, "I want pop you come." No, we want this. What we want right here. We want Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2, yeah, and 3. They got so many good games, man. So many. Get over here. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Geeky said, I am not interested in Tamagotchi life. What? Never thought that one. Ninjala. Yeah, that's the game. That game looked like that game we were talking about earlier looked like Ninjala. October 30th. Man, listen, it's tons of stuff next month. Man, gonna be tons of stuff to buy. And I don't know if I can wait till December. JB said, that picture was wild. I had no room on my desk, even work. Man, let's see. Yeah, I put a lot of my little figurines up. I did buy this, like, I'm not even a big Joker fan, but I bought this picture. I bought this statue of Joker. I found it online because Joker had the camera. And I was like, man, that is dope. And he was black and white. So I bought it. Matter of fact, listen, let me see if I can grab it real quick. Is that yay or nay, Geeky? You're right, Geeky. Yeah, see, I'm trying to see if you can see. Let's see if I can put it close. Yeah, I picked that, man. I had to pick it. I had to pick it up because he had the camera. I was like, man, that is so dope. I've taken so many pictures of this statue that I'm about to get it blown up. Now Hades is, yeah, Hades is gonna get bought. I just don't know if it's gonna get bought at launch. Extra crispy, 11 herbs and spices. Figure looking good. Even though I was never good at Mortal Kombat, I need it for the culture, right? Right, JB, you need it. You absolutely need it. JB said Joker, yes, from the Killing Joke, yes, yes, J Biggs. I'm not even a Joker fan, but I saw that one. I was like, he got a camera too. I said, oh, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Giga said it's a good game. It's part of Apple Arcade if you want to try it before paying console PC prices. JB said when he did what he did to Barbara Gordon, yes. Listen, them Batman boys. So how can you not be a fan of Joker? I mean, like, I'm not a fan of a lot of villains, but I've never been a fan of Joker. Even though I like Joker as a villain for him to be beat up, but to say like, oh man, Joker's one of my favorites, nah. Now, if you say somebody like Megatron, now Megatron one of my favorites. If you say like Skeletor or Cobra Commander or Serpentor, this I command. Classics, man. Classics. What is this? Bad comedy? Megatron, is that you? Here's a hint. I can quote that whole movie. That movie was so good. I might watch it again tonight. Just to watch the first part when Prime came out, dance was gunning everybody down. Boop, boop, boop. Jay Big says, I will not going to get Hades 2, but I saw her feet and I said I will get it. Is anybody here excited for Kirby's Air Riders? I'm not excited yet. I mean, I'm just like, I do not see the front the I do not see I gotta see some more of it, I guess. So that puzzle game, Stitch scratches that pit cross itch. Oh, okay, all right. That's right, Quag. You do like pit cross. GT says, Batman universe has better villains alone than any villain in the MCU. Ooh, yeah. Oh, is he? Is that true? He might be right, man. Batman is without a doubt my favorite DC superhero. Love everything Batman. Um, Marvel is Spider-Man. But you right. I mean, you think about like Mr. Freeze, you got the Riddler. When the death of the family came out, Joker gave me nightmares for a year straight. Now, listen, looking at this game right here, Age of Imprisonment looks phenomenal. It looks fun. I see why it's 44 gigabytes. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. You got the touch. You got the power. Arise, Rodimus Prime. Optimus. I'm sorry. Oh man, Jay Biggs, you my guy, man. You brought back some memories, buddy. Listen, I own that movie on so many platforms. I own the disc. I bought this. I bought it again. I have like 2 discs of that movie, and then on top of that, it's on my Apple. So I can watch it whenever. It's just phenomenal. It's a phenomenal movie. CMG said I might look into this game. I do have Hades on the Switch. And Hades 1, it was great. Hades 1 was a great, great, great hookup. That you right. That scene was so gangster. I'm telling you, it started from okay. The only issue I have because it started from inside the ship, and I just thought the Dino Boss was gonna come down and kick some tail, and they got kind of punked. But then Prime was like, "Listen, I'm tired of playing with y'all. Let's go. Let's go." Daniel. Not sure if I'm buying Air Rider. See, yeah, me either. I'm not excited yet. GT says, I don't get excited for any game. There are games I want to play, but I can't say I am excited for anything. I am excited for Lego Batman, though. I am excited for Lego Batman. Bring it on next year. Bring it on. Nope. Kirby cart could go in the garbage if it was up to me. Gigi said, yes, I love Stitch and Pitch Cross games too. Very relaxing. So, GT, you not getting this game here? This seems like your cup of tea. GT says, it's weird. We live in a time where we are surrounded by great games. It's not like back in the 90s where most of the games were trash and every now and then you got a gem. Yep, that's true. Jay Big says, my favorite Mario characters are Storm and She-Hulk. Oh, that's interesting. I like Storm. I like the X-Men universe. I'm a fan of that universe. X-Men. I can't wait. When is the next season of X-Men '97 come back out? That's what I'm waiting on. And Blue Eye Samurai. If you have not watched Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix, you owe it to yourself to pick that up. That's a great, great watch. And they are working on season 2. They got a season 2 trailer out already, but they didn't have no release date. So next year it will be. But Blue Eye Samurai was good. So then the enemies don't even fight back in that Zelda game. They just stand there. That's the fun part about it. You just destroy a game. Now I was shocked when I saw this announcement. I was shocked. I would just like to play them. I don't think it'll get a lot of play time. I think it'll be interesting to play, but I just don't know if I want to spend $100 for something that's going to get played maybe once or twice. I just don't see myself. Oh shoot, man, I'm going to go home and play some of this Virtual Boy. Grid Tactics is so funny, man. The Stitch developers have another game called Puffies and is placing stickers. It's good. Lego Batman on the Wii was fun. Yes, very, very fun. But I just think this next Batman is just like my cup of tea. I felt like, Lego Batman to me on the Wii, it was fun for a little while. It just got a little too competitive. Repetitive. I was like, okay. I'll put it to the side real quick. GT said, I am getting the Dragon Quest game, but I'm not excited for it. I'll get it on sale and add it to the backlog like most my new releases I want to play. Is there a release, GT, that you are excited for besides Fire Emblem? J Biggs says X-Men Season 2 is next year. God almighty, why so long, man? All right, next year it is. That's a good question. GT, do you 100% games you play? See, when I was a kid, I used to get excited for games as I didn't have the funds to buy new games. Now I can buy just about anything I want and add it to the pile of things to do. You know what? That's the bad part about it. It feels like that, doesn't it? It's like, oh man, like I keep, what I'm saying, it's 2 games. I'm navigating 3 games right. I'm still playing the original Metro Prime um remastered, and so I'm tracking my way through that, and then I have Silk Song and Shinobi. So those 3 games, and then on the side I'm still playing Madden. I'm still playing NBA 2K26. So, and I bought Ninja Gaiden, and I have not get to play it yet. It's on this. It's in the backlog. I'll get to it eventually. JB says, nope, I respect $100 too much to waste it on that. Now my kids, my kids, they might want this One Piece game for sure. They like that. My daughter might want this too. She like Overcooked. Imagine paying $100 just to get motion sickness like people got in the 90s. And they did too. Absolutely not. I don't 100% anything unless I'm really into it. I used to achievement hunt on Steam, but now I'm just looking to do something, some side quests and roll the credits. Yep, that's kind of game I am. It's kind of like roll credits. Listen, right here, Human Fall Flat, another game that would never get bought. Yeah, we tried to play Overcooked Geeky during the when we got outside at GameStop for the Switch. But you know what, my partners that I play with just couldn't play. My daughter, she knew what was going on, but everybody else. Okay, see, another game that's like, hey man, this game, I'm not buying this game. Do anybody see any fun? Is this fun? I'm not buying a game for Power Wash. I barely want to power wash my house, let alone power washing the game. JB said, GT, that thing used to give me such bad headaches. I only used it maybe 3 times. I used to think it was a laser engraving those images on my brain. I'm not even excited for Fire Emblem. And I'm happy that Nintendo is releasing a game that caters to me. It gives me a reason to open my Switch 2, but I'm not excited for it. I don't understand why Power Wash is so powerful. I don't understand either. I think this game looks quite boring. Jay Big says, I was like, I don't think humans should be looking into this thing. I'll probably be playing another game the week Fire Emblem comes out. We'll see what new games release around that time. See another game that I'm going to be passing on. Okay, let's see. All right, so the Metroid trailer right here looks really, really good. Totally in favor of this. I felt like the bike was drawn a little too long. It looks kind of crazy right there. It looks good right there. But then I don't see anything, but nothing but dust. It just looks like the open field of nothing. He's out there by himself, and then you got a few little enemies that's running the sand with her rather. I like this standpoint right here. I like to turn. I like to get back into the game. All right. Now we got Metroid again. So, I'm all in favor of that. Okay, I like that. I like the suit. I'm definitely on board for the game. Win in my category. Turn on some chill music and just vibe while power washing stuff. No, man. Hold on, man. Let me see. Can I go back to that? Man, look at this. Don't care nothing about that book. But I have to say that amiibo is tough. Tough. You right, CMGA. I definitely will be pre-ordering that game. It's probably sooner than later. Okay, and I don't care nothing about Donkey Kong $20 upgrade. That to me, I should be getting free with my NSO purchase. Okay, this is that Pokemon game. My issue with this game is that this character that's going around doing all the throwing up out of her mouth just look crazy. Metroid looks cool, but my concern is that there are going to be sections where I get lost and just ended up dropping the game. Yeah, that's true. I've been in a couple of them sections right now. I'm like, man, but I guess that makes that what makes a game kind of fun when you eventually find that next level or to find that situation, and then you kind of learn your little pattern. I get that's Metroid. He says, I need accessible maps that just direct me to the next objective. So that an event I don't play it for a week, I just know where I am and what I need to do. Yeah, listen, I understand that totally. That is the fun part about Metroid is Metroid. Getting lost and getting mad at the game, then picking it back up a few months later and just say, why didn't I do that? Yeah, see, Jay Biggs gets it. That is the fun. Just imagine, okay, just imagine the very first Metro where there was nothing to go on except your exploration. Or better yet, the first Zelda when you had to really find out these hidden gems on your own, and found out you had to go to school and share with everybody. Like, hey, did you have this part? That would make games great. Suicide Saved by Grace says, "Bring on the sheep." So this Pokemon game should have been a surprise shadow drop. Japan Direct said that they can pre-order in November and release date in spring. Crazy. People say that's fun for them, but like I said last week, when I don't make progress in 20 minutes, I just go and cut the grass or something. GT likes the patience it takes to be a Metroid player. All right, we listen. We know what Pokemon is. Nope, not talking about the DLC. Danganronpa 2. Not gonna do all of that. Dynasty Warriors. Pay DLC. Monster Hunter. FC. Hold on, go back. Drag. No, are you picking this one up? Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD. GT. Yeah, no, here we go right here. Virtual Fighter, let's go. This winner, yes. I love technical fighters because they kind of almost like an RPG. You really can't play around. You got to practice. Little Might Nightmares 3 looks good, but I think Reanimal looks a lot better. Persona 3. It's a demo. Oh, might go play the demo. GC, I play games for the story, the world, the experience, not to overcome insanely hard puzzles or be the greatest gamer that ever lived. I like Metroid. The very first Metroid, I was happy to find out about that Justin Bailey code. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, now listen. Looking at these last games, you have to admit, looking at this game right now, if this is running on the Switch, you have to admit, like, man, this looks extremely good. Extremely good. It's not running at 60, but that's the only downfall. If it ran at 60, I think we really be like, oh my goodness. So that's my only issue with this game is like it's not running at 60, and you're gonna get a different experience on the. But to be honest, like do Resident Evil need to even run at 60 to still give you a great experience? I am, but like 60 hours of gameplay, I kind of cringe at that time when I think about all the other games I still need to get into. I know, listen, buddy. We are there, my friend. Says none of these RE games will be bought. I am not a horror game fan. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not the biggest horror game fan, but I am a Resident Evil fan. That Resident Evil 1, buddy, was that was something. And then, Resident Evil 2 was okay. I didn't care for Resident Evil 3. But then Resident Evil 4 came around here, and that was game changing. I mean, game changing. So I am on board. Strange and Tweets comes out this week. I'll be playing that, like the first game of Strange. Horticulture. This is what I'm expecting from Switch 2. All the games need to run at 60. Yeah, they do. You're right, man. It's like, I think at anything right now, that's the one thing that's really disappointing about the system is that, we got a system that can run 60 frames to 120 frames, but they're not being taken advantage of, and I don't know why. I don't understand why these games would, like, Resident Evil Biohazard could have came out in December. Why all 3 games on the same day? I think that is stupid. Since playing Resident Evil 6 on Switch 2 at 60 frames feels kind of weird. I feel like it should feel slower. I get it. You know what? You think about you go back to the very first Resident Evil. Those Resident Evils they remade for the GameCube. I mean, yeah, give me that. Give me that, Nintendo. Give me Metal Gear Twin Snakes. Give me that. I want that to come to to Nintendo Switch Online. Why he running like he's switching? You can't deny the game looks good. And I'm not even a Fire Emblem guy. As long as the game is locked at 30 frames with smooth frame pacing, yeah, you're right. I don't think you're gonna have any issues. And I'm not even I don't. That's to me, Resident Evil is not a game I want in handheld though. I want to play that one on my TV. All right, listen. After this one here, but we're gonna go ahead and get into the Wheels of Steel. I'm glad we kind of went through the direct, even in this fashion. As we grade the direct, you say we're gonna end with 10% had it at the direct at an A, 52 gave it a B. I'm in that group. I gave it a B. 29% gave it a C, and 10% gave it an F. So I'm going to be sinking months into Fiber Emblem. Okay, more is always better as long as it is stable and I am good. Yep. I've even though 2K is at 30, it still plays well, man. I still have a good time. Madden at 30 plays well. What I think Nintendo's next big party game, I think within the first month, they gotta announce a Mario. They have to announce their hitters. They don't need a Zelda, but I believe they need to announce a Mario for sure. And I think Animal Crossing and Smash Brothers gotta be top on the list. You know what? I was really hoping we got what you call it a Star Fox game. I was hoping for that announcement. I was really hoping we get Star Fox, but we didn't get it. So I want to see what's going to happen next. All right, good people, listen. Let's go ahead and get our switch over here. You think they need us? They need to at least want to see what Splatoon Raiders was about. I don't think we just got enough information with that. A new Splatoon would be nice, but I think that the current one is pretty fun still. Matter of fact, I probably need to play that. I haven't played that in a minute. I used to play all the time with my daughter, but it's been a minute. All right, good people, listen. Let's see what. Let's see. All right, I do hit the recycle button. All right, good people, listen. We got 26 people on the wheels of steel. You know how we do every, and I mean every Monday night. Splatoon is their COD game. It is for now. Yep. So, good people, listen. You know how we do. If your name is picked first before the last one, then you get to. You get my boy Peter Griff. All right. Without any further, did I get all my people on there? Let's see. Supersonic Saved by Grace was Twitch. Let's see what else. Sonic Knuckle Tails. Let me get a shot. Make sure I get him on here twice as nice. Sonic 2. All right, so he got to be Sonic. Yep, he's on there. All right, we good. We good. All right, that's right, Geeky. It is wheel time. JB says next year for first party Nintendo's is Super Mario, Splatoon, Luigi's Mansion, Xenoblade, Star Fox, F-Zero is the wild card. I think you know what I like your selection. I would just add in Animal Crossing. Got to be in there. Animal Crossing got to be next year. He's going back to the side. Where's my third entry? That's right. Listen, that's why I put a wheel up first. And go ahead and put you on there. Wait, check. Make sure y'all not on there. Not so guerrilla tactics. Guerrilla tactics. All right. Good people, boys and girls. We about to get it in. Who will be our first loser tonight? CMG, I got you on here twice as nice. I see CMG once. I gotta get CMG on here again. CMG 2. All right. Anybody else? Y'all better check with me. 28 people on the wheels of steel. All right. Who will be our first loser tonight? The wheel has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who will it be? Who will it be? And it's like it's going to be Supersonic Saved by Grace out of here all the time. Please give him his theme music.
You are out of here.
All right, all right. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say, Geeky? Geeky is out of here. All right, all right, all right. If Gaming Dad wins, let's see. If Gaming Dad wins, that's a good question. If Gaming Dad win, I'm giving it to newcomer Pharaoh James. If Pharaoh James wins tonight, he will be the winner. So he'll get the extra one if Gaming Dad wins. All right. Let's go to the next one. Who's up next? Oh, Pharaoh James.
You lose.
Pharaoh James is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But he's on the board because if Gaming Dad wins, so does Pharaoh. Jay is officially on Geeky's hit list. Oh my goodness, did I see this comment? Animal Crossing could stay locked in the zoo if it was up to me. God almighty. Oh, that's back to back. Oh, no. Fight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who's up next to catch the flag? We're down to 25. Up next to catch the flex, it will be Sonic Boy again. God the almighty, please exit left. God the almighty, eat off the boy, ladies and gentlemen. Cut that volume down just a tad bit. I don't want to blow your speakers down. God the almighty. All right, keep it moving and grooving. We're down to 24 in the mix. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's going GT.
You lose.
It's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that wheel spinning for the win. We'll look at the comments in a minute at maybe at the 20 mark. At the 20 mark. Who's up next? Cast a flex. It will be golly, the old school is getting off the board fast. Geeky is off the board. Is Geeky off the board twice? No, Geeky's on here though. She's still in it to win it. All right. Let's keep it going again. Down to 22. Steve M, ladies and gentlemen, is out of here. Boom. All right. Who's up next? Has a flex. It will be Speed Ryan. All right, one more. We get one more in for the win. Who's up next? Catch all of that. It will be. Butternogs 23 represent Twitch in the building. Thanks for coming through, my brother. But
You lose.
you're out of here, my friend. All right, we're down to 19 people. Look at some of these comments. GT said Geeky used to use the new person as a meat shield. Smooth Geeky. I see you. Wow, all this Animal Crossing hate. Back to side to back. Love that Animal Crossing. Laugh out loud. All right. We're down to 19 people. 19. Let's see who's up next to catch the flex. It will be my brother CMG2.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Appreciate you. Ooh. Uh-oh, it's getting close. Megan. Oh, Megan.
You lose.
Get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our next winner will be our special winner. You know how we do our special winner every Monday night. And that special winner was last week's winner. And that's Moet 4529. But
Psych.
Better luck next time. Slug
all right. That means it will be a new winner this week. Let's see. Ooh, Geeky boy, they're telling you the wheel was coming for you tonight, Geeky. God almighty.
Better luck next time. Slug heads.
Is Geeky you off the board for real? I think that's it for you tonight, Geeky. Thank you for coming through. Geeky out of here. God, quick, fast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but so is not so Guerrilla Tactics. God almighty, give him his theme music.
Very good. You know something? Not so for you. Come back.
1 year. You know, every time Guerrilla Tactics kind of laughs after Geeky, he gets off the board. Oh, man, we down to 14 people. We'll look at the comments in a minute. We'll get out under 10 for the win. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Dub City, he's out of here. All right. Let's keep him wheel spinning for the winner. Who's up next to catch all the flex? It will be Sonic Knuckle Tails. God almighty. Got to be more careful. All right, we down to 12, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 12. Who would it be? And Google, we're not talking to you. Deion Freeman, my brother.
You lose.
It's out of here. All right, we're down to 11. Keep that wheel spinning for the winning. My brother from Las Vegas, Quade 311.
You are out of here.
All right. We're down to 10. Let's get down to 9, and we'll look at some of these comments, and it will be, ooh, getting kind of close. Irish fan 71 came close, but no cigar. Please exit left. And he's out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, down to 9 people left on the board. Let's look at some of these comments. Oh, you talking about Borderlands? Said, look at CMG trying to save his skin. Geeky said, I never played Borderlands game before. Borderlands 1 and 2, especially, was pretty good on the Switch. And then as soon as he left, he said, oh, better luck next week. All right. We're down to 9. Soon we'll be down to 8. And ladies and gentlemen, the Kraken Shell 5 was up here early.
You lose.
But you out of here, my friend. Down to 8. Don't be late. We get it down to 4 before we get to one of these comments. But Tormentor 20 is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Keep it spinning for the winner. We're down to 7, the number of completion. And my brother from New York, the Bronx, CMG, please exit left. CMG's off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 6 in the mix. Who will it be? Uh-oh, coming close. It's going to be Tariq. You are next off the list, buddy. All right, we're down to 5. We'll get it down to 4. Soon to be out the door. It's going to be your boy Gaming Dad about to be. Oh, no, getting close. Yeah, I survived in the J-Biggs. Another New Yorkin. Get off the board. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, go down to the final 4. Let's get into some of these comments. Oh, there's no comments. So, ladies and gentlemen, down to our final 4. We got Ricardo in the building. GT back in the final world. And K1 and your boy, Gaming Dad, is back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the winner's circle. If I win tonight, Pharaoh James, ladies and gentlemen, will win. I win tonight. All right. Down to 4. Let's get down to 2. Who's up next to catch the flex and be off the board? Peter Griffin, give me my theme music.
You are out of here.
Gaming Dad is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're going up next, getting down from 4 down to 3, soon to be 2. Ricardo, my guy, is out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back in the winner's circle so soon. GT, ladies and gentlemen, is back in the winner's circle with K1. Let's go. Nick Kenner, you've been off for a long time. Let me go ahead and give you some work. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's winner will be. Look at there. K1, you got to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's winner is Guerrilla Tactics. Show them some love, kids. All right. GT, man, what's going on with you, man? Geeky, you awake? Oh, man. Geeky. Oh man, that is so funny. Oh man, show us some love. That is funny. Give it to CMG. Yes, sir. CMG, man, just send me a message on Discord, man. I'll get you your winnings courtesy of your boy, the Tactics. Quake 311 in the building. Quake, man, listen, next Monday, man, I'm giving my winners to you. If I win. But your boy was in the final 4, man, but I didn't last very long. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man, we have made it to the end of the stream, man. Thank y'all, man. We had a wonderful stream tonight. A lot of information to talk about, man. I don't know how enthused we're going to be next week, but it is what it is. All right, good people, listen, let me get my prayer on, man. A lot to pray for tonight. My father will be in surgery at 7:15 in the morning. If you up around this time, to say a little small prayer that, we bless the surgeons. And me and my father, we prayed today, man. I think he really enjoyed the prayer because, I don't get to do that for my father that much. And I probably need to do it more. But let me get my prayer on tonight. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you, Lord, so humbly, Lord. We're so grateful, Lord, that today was a day that you made. for us to be alive and share in one another's company today, Lord. We are blessed, Lord, because you could have very well called our number up to heaven last night, but you did. You allowed us to be on the earth to be able to praise you another day. And I take advantage of this time, Lord, to give you honor and glory and praise, Lord. I just take this time, Lord, to pray for the family of Charlie Clark, Lord. And I pray, Lord, for this nation, that when people see tragedies like this, and the tragedies happen all the time to a million of sorts of people, um, I just pray, Lord, that you ease their hearts, Lord, to show compassion and grace. And I pray, Lord, for his family and his children, Lord. And I pray, Lord, that this does not become a negative crutch for the children, and that it is not turned into something that they will be hateful for, but they turn it into service of Christ, Lord, and show that love that you have for us with other people. I pray, Lord, that you bless those that's on this channel tonight, Lord. Geeky and her wonderful family, Lord, and her great husband, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that you bless their union, that you continue to bless them in their governing and managing of their children, Lord. And I pray, Lord, that you continue to bless them spiritually, emotionally, and financially, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless their health, Lord. I pray, Lord, for Geeky's mom, Lord, who comes through here from time to time, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless her heart and bless her, and continue to keep her healthy, Lord, and well. I pray, Lord, that you bless my father this wonderful evening as he sleeps and get himself prepared to have heart surgery in the morning, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that you take care of him, Lord, and bring him back safely through the surgery. And I pray in the name of Jesus, Lord, that you bless my brother Dion that's on here today, and my brother CMG and J Biggs, Lord, and GT, Lord. And I pray, Lord, you bless them right now, Lord. Bless Gorilla Tactics' mom, Lord. Bless her, Lord, right now, Lord. She's still fighting a good fight, Lord. I continue to strengthen her body, Lord. And bless Gorilla Tactics' relationship with his daughter, Lord. And you continue to strengthen their family and their unit. And I pray, Lord, you bless her to be safe as she goes off to school and bless her relationship with her father, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for allowing me to pray for those that's here, man. My brother Quay 311, Lord, we fighting a good fight in schools, Lord. And we pray, Lord, that you bless his family and bless him to be strong for your will, Lord. I pray, Lord, that when people see him, Lord, they see Christ. I thank you, Lord, for just allowing me, Lord. If I forget anybody tonight, Lord, please forgive me, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless everyone that came to this channel tonight, Lord. Bless the kids in my classroom, Lord. Allow your spirit to be with me, Lord, as I teach, Lord, and bless the children that enter my classroom, Lord. Let your spirit be upon them, Lord, and nothing else. If they're not for you, Lord, I pray, Lord, that you introduce yourself to them, Lord, or use me, Lord, to help you. I thank you, Lord, for this opportunity, Lord, to pray. I thank you, Lord, for listening to me, and I thank you, Lord, for answered prayers. And so it is, and so it shall be. In the mighty, matchless name of Jesus Christ, we pray, Lord. Amen. Good people, man. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Thank y'all for coming through, man. You can read some of these comments. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Let me get it. Quake 311 was in here. GT. JB says later, Peter, later, my brother. Appreciate you. That's right. Gotta get in there for GT's mom. Thanks, my brother. I appreciate you, man. I'm sure your father will be back stronger than ever. Thank you. I think so too. I forgot to know so. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, Geeky. Kiss those baby. Kiss my boy Louie for me. Good night, gamers, man. It's late, but thank y'all for hanging out with me. This is your boy Gaming Dad, and how I'll end this stream in the mortal words of Don Cornelius. Peace, love, and soul. People, this good night to all, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.